places, learn cool stuff, and share good vibes for the soul. I'm Ken, and today we're driving into the San Gorgonio Pass in Southern California, home to some of the busiest and most scenic freight train action in the West. So buckle up, grab your favorite drink, and let's talk trains, tracks, and how these giants on rails remind us to slow down, stay grounded.
Oh, Rando Ken, he digs the facts and lifts your mind. Adventure and heart all intertwined. At Bell, it's time to ride with Rando Ken.
This stretch of track is part of the Union Pacific's Sunset Route, a major artery that carries everything from shipping containers to automobiles across the country, like it's the highway of the rail world. Trains here aren't just long, they're long. Some stretch up to 2 miles. You will often see distributed power units, those extra locomotives placed in the middle or back, pushing tons of freight to this desert pass like it's nothing. And there's just something therapeutic about watching the trains go by. The rhythm, the sound, the persistence. Kind of like life, right? The San Gorgonio Pass is one of the windiest and most heavily traveled corridors in California. It's just not a railway, it's also home to Interstate 10, a major coast-to-coast highway that connects Santa Monica, California to Jacksonville, Florida. This corridor has been a travel route for thousands of years, used by indigenous peoples long before the rails or highways arrived. In the 19th century, it became a route for the Southern Pacific Railroad, carving a passage through the rugged mountains and desert. The pass connects two ecosystems, coastal and desert, and two ways of life. That constant wind, it's just not powering turbines, it's a symbol of transition, motion, change. The San Gorgonio Pass has been a transportation corridor for centuries, even before the trains, but in the late 1800s, the Southern Pacific Railroad carved its way through here, eventually becoming part of the Union Pacific network. This route helped shape the economy of California and connected inland towns with ports like Los Angeles and Long Beach. Imagine the old steam engines chugging through this same desert, black smoke, polished brass, and all. History like this reminds us that everything's built one track at a time. Whether it's railroads or recovery, the process takes patience and vision. One of the coolest things about this area is the contrast. You've got these massive machines cutting through the stillness of nature. It's a reminder we can be strong and soft at the same time. Ever feel overwhelmed? Nature and watching something like a train roll by, that helps me reset. There's no rush here, just movement, just presence, and you're allowed to just be. There is a certain peace in knowing life doesn't have to be fast to be meaningful. It just has to move. There is a whole community of train lovers out there, Railfans, model builders, historians. It's amazing how something as niche as freight trains can bring people together. Passion is powerful, no matter what form it takes. Let's talk mental health. We all go through our tunnels. Sometimes we slow down, but like a train, we never stop moving. Trains don't rush the climb. They gear down. They move forward. Remember, so can you. Trains follow the track. There is no shame to sticking to a plan or even ask for directions. trains, they carry big loads, and it's okay to lighten yours. Talk to someone, share it.
Well, I caught me afraid on a dusky morn from the desert floor where the sage is born. With a bindle roll and a heart half broke, I rode that line through the canyon smoke. Roll on a Union through the pass so wide where the sun burns gold and the freight trains ride. From Indio Sands to the LA lights, I'm riding steel through the hobo night. The wind it howls through the iron trees and the boxcar doors swing in the breeze. There's a fire in the drum and beans on the knife, telling tales of the road and the railman's life. Roll on a Union, hear the cinders cry through the hills of Bannon where the hawks still fly. No money, no ticket, no bed, no ties, but I got this rail and an open sky. Met a brakeman once with a weathered grin. Said, kid, this train don't never end. But I'll ride it long as there's stars above. A runaway soul just searching love. When the whistle moans near the San Gorgonio, you can bet there's ghosts still riding on. Old boots, old songs, old dreams that pass, all carried west through the Banning Pass. So roll on Union through the desert dust with a hobo's hope and a railman's trust. May the mountains echo, may the crosties last as I fade like smoke through the Banning Pass.
You ever hear the term hobo? Not a homeless person in the modern sense, but part of a rich, gritty subculture that rode freight trains across America in search of work and freedom. In the early 20th century, especially during the Great Depression, thousands of hobos hopped trains through places like this, living off the land, sleeping under the stars, and creating their own codes and ethics. It wasn't an easy life. It was dangerous and uncertain. But for many, it was also about escape from poverty, systems, or just a conventional path. There's something about open rail that still speaks to the human spirit. Freedom, movement, mystery. It's the ultimate metaphor, leaving behind what weighs you down. Thanks for hanging out with me today along the rails of the San Gorgonio Pass. Remember, like the trains, you're stronger than you think. You've got momentum even when you don't feel it. Catch you next time on Rando Ken, where the tracks are random, but the journey's always worth it. So long.